first stop today is a place called Boyd's Orchard, and it looks really neat to me, so let's take a look. We're gonna go in and have a look. I want to get some pictures of the stuff out front because, yeah, there's a guy over there weed eating, they're trimming, so it wouldn't be too conducive to get a video. And who says everything's bigger in Texas? Look at the size of that chair. That thing's a monster. That's a big lawn chair. Inside, I have to wait until the camera can adjust. They have like a little gift shop here. Okay, real nice homey dining area. I'm not sure exactly what all they serve, but I would assume it would be, probably there's some apple pie involved, and you can never go awry with apple pie. So there's a lot of fruit and different vegetables here, and I would assume they come from local farms. Watermelons. And the whole item here for an orchard, the apples look absolutely awesome. Even still got a few leaves on some of them. Now they don't look like the ones you see in the store because these are coming off actual orchard trees here locally. So they're not polished up and waxed and all those things they do to apples you see that come out of like your normal store. Kentucky State Bird on a walking stick. They have a good bit of stuff in different shop here, so you can buy things as kind of tourist attraction items, or you can just come out here and get fruit. You can also buy spreads here. Blueberry spread there, and then you've got, I'm not even going to try to read them all, there is just so many, but you can imagine it just couldn't be an apple orchard without some apple butter and probably pear and apple preserve. Today I was driving over from Nicholasville. I'm going to Frankfort, but on my way I stopped here at Boyd's Orchard, and a little panorama view a minute ago showed a huge playground. It's an interesting place. I'd stopped here once before with a friend, and when I was stopping here before with him, we just kind of stopped, got lunch, and went on. I didn't see all this in the background, but they have a playground, like a petting zoo. The petting zoo has more animals, I think they said, in the fall, but even now there's a number of animals here, and we'll go take a look at that in a few minutes. They have a huge slide. They have an area over here. Well, let me take you around just a little bit where we can see it better. They have a huge hay mound that the kids can come climb on and get a slide on it. But anyway, you can see the hay mound there. And it's a you-pick orchard when the fruit is in season. So they have strawberries, they have apples, and I asked the lady in there, could she tell me the type of apples they have? And she told me there are 42 separate types of apples at least. And so pretty much whatever your taste is, you could get an apple here. It's a really awesome looking place. And so the other thing is they offer food inside. They have like a little restaurant area, and they have a little farmer's market. A good bit to see here. They also do parties. So if you wanted to bring the kids out for a birthday party, the brochure that they gave me, I was reading over, said that the parties can be up to 35 people. There's a neat sign here. Let me turn you around. Got like the honeybee at the top, then we can find out it's apparently 4,010 miles to London. The hay rides are close by, apple picking, pumpkin picking. And Tokyo's apparently 6,615 miles away, and train rides. Now, the train rides and all, and the hay rides, I'm sure you could get a hay ride for the children and the adults too, because the wagons are huge with canopies over them if you booked a party out here. But they said the train rides are only in the fall when they do their festivals, all the apple picking. Of course, there's a bigger draw for more people because there's tons of ripe fruit here. But let's take a look at the gem mine, and you can buy a little bag for your children and let them act like a miner. Looking over, you can see different, what looks like mining pans down there. And it's Boyd's Mining Company. And it talks about the different stones from around the world. It's all fairly cleaned out right now, but I'm assuming they can get them a I don't know if they buy a bag or how they do it, but they basically use the water here to sieve through in these filter streams to see what they can find. And you see the residue from someone doing their gold digging or their gold mining or whatever. And I'm assuming the bags that you buy for the children or whatever you get are seeded with something that'll make the kids have a good time, find what they want. The lady did say it's a really popular attraction with the little kids. Let's go take a look at the playground a little bit. It amazes me how large this playground area is. And you can see it's got a huge climbing area. Well, just another part of the slide area. The slides look like they're made from actually like almost a culverting material, and they've got a sign over there that says, "For your safety, please use burlap bags. Slide can be hot on peak sunny days." Also says, sorry, absolutely no adults on the slide, so kids only. And they've got some other rules for the slide. There's also some climbing ropes here, and it's on a nice easy 45-degree angle, and it's got carpet on it, make it easier for the kids. And then they've used some old tires to make like a rounded climbing area, and of course that's on top of all the hay bales. And you can see here at the end the burlap sacks and a nice padded area to catch the children as they come shooting off the slide so that nobody gets hurt. And they've got it very well laid out with large pieces of PVC pipe to protect the top edges and all. And going up the slide's a nice easy ramp to get up to the top. Just a different view of it. And you can get a better look at the haystack mound that the kids can climb up and slide down the slide. They've got regular playground-like equipment, and judging from the paint and everything else, the paintwork all looks to be very well maintained. Swings, better view of the ship for those that might want to swashbuckle. And of course, what playground is complete without a sandbox? A sandbox even with shovels, scoops, and little pails for the kids to play with. Alright, I've come out to it's like a petting zoo on a kind of a smaller scale, but they've got hand sanitizer here. That's what I want to mention first for children when you bring them out if they're petting the animals. That way you can let them wash their hands afterwards. Walk around, and it looks like here, first area we have are chickens. And got one, looks like she's taking her a dust bath, or she's laying in a hole where she's dug it out for a dust bath. And then on down, let's take a look. Hey, goats. Baby goats. Okay, any kind of baby animal is awesome. And he's heading off after his mama. Well, and Rooster, of course. A little donkey or burro. Uh-oh. This fellow here seems to want to come closer so we can see him up close. And of course the animals, I'm sure they have feed that you can buy to feed the animals, and I would expect that is why they're all coming to me now and getting up nice and close to see if I'm going to give them anything. And this young fellow seems to want to climb up so we can have a good look at him. He's got a beautiful set of horns. And he looked like he was looking for something. And again, the babies, of course, have to pay attention to the little ones. Hi! And more babies. So anyway, petting zoo. And they've got it where not only is it a petting zoo where you can come in and pet the animals, but they have like a little ring where the animals can do things. They've got, as they call it up there, a goat bridge. So we've got the Goatham Gate Bridge. That's funny. So I'm assuming they have the animals out on display for the kids to come pet, and also possibly, I don't know if they managed to get the goats to climb that or if the goats just do it when they feel like it. So either way, I see burros, donkeys, whichever they're called. I'm guessing small donkeys. Anyway, donkeys, you've got goats, baby goats, and you've got chickens. A number of different wildlife for the kids to come see. Well, hello there. How are you? Oh, look at you. We've seen the area here where they have like a petting zoo with the animals. There's the slides, there's swing sets, there's a ship for the kids to climb on, there's a hay bale mountain for the kids to climb on. I was told in the fall they actually do a much bigger thing. Of course, in the fall is their best season because that's when all the fruit and apples and strawberries and the pumpkins all get harvested. They have a pumpkin picking where you can come out and pick your own pumpkin. They have it where you can pick your own apples once they're ripe, of course. The same with the strawberries. And so a good bit to see, and I might see if I can get to see some of the trees. We'll take a walk. Alright, well, out here in the distance you can see some of the orchard. You can see a different variety of trees just looking at the color of the leaves on them. So that would, I'm assuming, be the area where you can go pick apples once, of course, they're ripe. And then they have the plowed areas here, which I'm going to assume they're going to plant strawberries or some other crop there. Again, maybe strawberries, maybe the pumpkins. And of course there's some kind of plant growing over here in this other plowed area already. So one of those could be the pumpkins or it could be the strawberries. And then something over here to take a look at. There's the wagon there, and it's got a canopy over it, but you can see the hay bales on it, just the yellow coloring of them. The wagon, the lady inside had told me, was used for hay rides during the fall. So you can have hay rides. They have a certain area where they do bonfires in the evening. So there's a lot of really neat, interesting stuff here. You can see another hay pile there for the kids to climb on. And you can see it's almost like a fort here where kids can climb up. They've got stairs and climbing areas in there. Slides coming down, some enclosed slides, some not. But I noticed that the railings that they've put on it are all really high, so that, you know, once the children are up high, it doesn't look to me like there's much away unless they were extraordinarily determined for them to get out of the area there. Gives you a little better wide angle view. There's the checkout area and all. The people here are just extraordinarily friendly and helpful. Will explain things to you. And I've had a great time here. Take a look at what I got. Yeah, I know it's an apple, but look at it. It's still got the leaf on top. You want to talk about fresh picked? Yeah, this is it. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you'll have to look over me. I love apples. I've always loved apples, but I'm picky. So let's see what it is. It's like a super tart Granny Smith. I absolutely love Granny Smith apples. This is absolutely awesome. I guess I'll skip eating the leaf, but the apple is just exceptional. It's really juicy. It's tart. It's crisp. A great apple. This was our trip to Boyd's Orchard. Playground, festival area in the fall. They got, you pick strawberries, you pick pumpkins, you pick apples. Apples, yeah, these are great. And it's a place you can go get apples, but it's more than that. It's a place to just go have some fun. They do birthday parties, as I mentioned earlier, in different parts of the video. It's just an awesome place. So, if you're ever around Kentucky in the Lexington area, you really should look up Boyd's Orchard. If you look down in the description of the video below, I'll put a link to their website and you can check them out.